Hey, this is Evan and Dr. Erica from Rosie Research. We are going to be unwrapping our new mobile laboratory, the Arizona GT tent. Pretty stoked about it. I hope that you guys enjoy this little unwrapping ceremony. I think we need scissors. But let's see if we can't get it unwrapped. We have been have two backpacking tents, so we decided to finally upgrade to a family-sized tent because, let's be honest, all we do is backpack or car camp at this point in our lives. So here's the box. It came from this company on Amazon called Blasani, and that was a pretty cool company. Here's the box. They wrapped it in plastic, and the tent box itself is about, what is that? 10 times about 25 inches, 20, maybe 30 inches by 12 inches. Whoa! Did you run into me?
Yeah.
Was that fun?
Yeah.
So, pretty well wrapped. It's got a lot of tape on it. A lot of tape. But sometimes it's heavy. So I think it's about almost 30 pounds.
I can let you see after it's on.
So yeah, once again, we are looking at the Arizona GT tent that we got for a mobile laboratory. We're going to be doing like 7 camping trips this summer, so I don't want to do that. But it's in this box. And it came with this little light that you hang from the ceiling. Erica is pulling it out. So let's look at the straps. This is the bag. This is probably the heaviest duty tent bag I've ever seen, but
It's like 30 pounds.
let's pull it. Yeah, about 30, maybe 25. 2 clasps to open it. Zipper on one side. So right from the start, you can see that it is a heavy duty bottom. It's tarp bottom, and it looks like it helps you tie it tighter. These guys are not tied to the tarp, so they're going to be lost at some point. Apparently you roll it up. So put your tent poles in the center, your stakes, which feel like the cheap kind, but at least they're metal. This looks like a floor mat.
Oh, this is the room separator.
Room separator in Erica's hands. Here looks like the top. So it looks like when you fold it back up, you fold it into halves and then thirds. What? Let me see how big it is. We've never had a tent this big, so we're gonna be. Let's do it on the grass. So there's 2 of us doing it right now, but one of us has just one arm, because I'm holding this stick. So
Don't want it on.
unrolling it, and then it rolls again. All right. So
It's enormous.
let's back up so you can see the full footprint of this tent. That was very large. All right.
Let's put it there.
So I have not read the instructions at all as far as how to put this tent up. We're just gonna go for it.
No, we haven't.
All right, so right now we're gonna take a little walk through without the rain cover on.
This guy up.
We needed to stake it in the corners in order to hold these white pole edges the edges up. The base of the tent, I think, is this the red poles. Those go through first. Stake those or put those in, plant those, then you put the white poles through. In the future, I would put the red poles. I would get basically everything through before actually planting and hooking it up. That way, you not have as much of a chance of ripping the nylon slips. So you've got your tent divider here. This is where we plan to put our lawn chairs so we can read after the girls go down. This is a divider which zips up. Let's try zipping that. And then there's a ton of space in here, along with another door. Great airflow. Like if you don't have, like we're getting almost as much airflow through here. I guess both doors are open, but as we would otherwise if we'd just been out in the open. So going to be perfect for keeping the bugs out, even on hot days. Here, if you're sitting here, you aim this towards your lake view or your forest view, and you have like almost a panoramic view here. That is super sweet because you're protected from bugs and mosquitoes. Door zips. The door also has a screen on it, so you're gonna have 270 degree airflow even when your cover is on, because what you can do is you can roll back the rain slip. This room is huge. We'll probably end up keeping this closed, and then the girls will sleep over here. We will sleep down here. This is your reference for how big a child is inside the tent. A small child. I am 6 feet tall and I can stand in the center of this pretty easily. My head touches the top on that side, but not bad. Here's the little kiddos running through the tent, so it's a perfect playroom. What? I was in her helmet. All right, so let's put up the rain cover. You like it?
Yeah.
Yes. Is it super big? Is it just big enough for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Georgia still in there?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one of the big doors.
Hi, Georgia.
It would be super cool if you could, like, I bet you could actually
I want to get that.
stake this out.
They got vent holes right here. So these guys come out and vent.
We're gonna try to roll it up, Georgie.
No. No.
And what are we gonna do?
Don't. Don't.
Down.
These are in all the corners. So this is that's one of the doors, the window flaps.
Yeah.
Okay, so your front door, your main door,
Freaking great. Oh my gosh.
has two.
Gotta zip and roll. Although to be honest, like you almost want to zip it and
Cover it, keep that one side covered.
well find a pole.
Oh yeah. So we might try and find poles for this to hold it out here. I'm not sure. Did they come with any extra poles? So maybe
Yeah.
extra PVC pipes that we have.
That would be pretty awesome.
But it also rolls up. And there are little ties here. I'm sure ties on the underside.
Yeah.
And it looks like this attaches to your tent. So these tie around your tent. I'm not going to do it right now because it's a lot of extra work for something we're taking down tonight.
Down.
All right, so this is the
Down.
inside of the tent when the cover's on. It's a lot darker, but that's actually good when you're sleeping because everybody knows how much light comes through, and this is almost full daylight. It's not full sun,
Warm though.
but it definitely heats up really fast. So, you know, you have one layer of insulation, which is, you know, just your mesh, but also another layer of insulation, which is the tent side. And the tent side, goes all the way to the bottom, which is a lot better than some of those Coleman tents, you know. And with all the window openings, you're still going to get good airflow. Hello! 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 So let's roll back the other side of the tent to see how that looks. I guess when you are in a high wind situation, you would pull these down. You first tie everything to the inside, then roll these down. Alright, so here is... Alright, so it rolls back super easy. One person can roll it back. You can either make it a very pretty tie or you can just roll it back like me. It's got 3 little ties here, so slips so you can keep it back. When you're tightening things down, like I said before, you tie these guys to the poles. That secures the tent, so if you're going to be there planted for a couple days, you probably want to do that. Or if you're in a high wind situation. And then use these guys, tie them to the orange rope that's provided as tent stays. I'm not sure how windy we're going to be, and so we might just leave it as is. Also, you'd probably want to do that if it's going to rain a lot. So that, but, I mean, this video is 25 minutes long, and we put it up for the first time with no instructions in that time. And I think a second time would be much, much faster. So let's go ahead and walk through the whole thing. These windows all roll up. So they Velcro here, roll up, mesh here, and then mesh on the inside. So you could potentially use just the outer layer as well. And I think if you were to get some other poles, instead of these zip. So it looks like you can't unzip them from the inside, but you can unzip them from the outside. One-handed. And I've seen complaints about not being able to leave these open, but I think if you were to find yourself a couple extra poles, you could probably stake them out like this, and as long as it's not driving rain, you can have these. Or you might even be able to pull them out to the side if you're near tees and tie them with a rope. But these could act as a pretty good, because the rain that comes straight down is not going to go through the mesh. So as long as you're not in driving rain, you can have the windows open. Vents, roll-up door here. We'll probably keep that closed, but huge door for you to get all your stuff in. You could definitely get even a blown-up air mattress through that. Here's how we're going to be storing our girls' stuff. We'll have to cut down Isabella's. You can always put another tent here, put the orange tent in here. They're going to have their own separate little tents inside the tent to keep them segregated. But with the windows open, it's still pretty light in here. Definitely a lot less light than if you didn't have the slip on at all. But not bad. Are you in the tent?
Double tent. And I think we'll definitely have to be sleeping over there. There's two in here.
Yeah.
It'll still be super roomy though.
Well, so the question might be, are we bringing the air mattress, or are we?
Oh, for us? We don't have an air mattress.
Well, I'll pick one up this weekend for my mom. I think we could fit a queen in here.
What about the seating?
Yeah. You can also turn these guys sideways so that keep that door blocked.
Door blocked. Don't we want that door open?
That door?
Yeah.
We don't want that door open at night. With the girls in here by themselves.
Yeah, but it's super clean. Because then they'll be like locked all the time during the day too.
No, we undo it during the day. Well, whatever. We'll figure it out. It's not like it's much difficulty to... Yeah. So this was the Arizona GT 9 to 10 person tent. Looks like you could fit 3 queens in here, and super airy, super good airflow in here. This is gonna be the parents' room. Chill, maybe sleep. Door that opens into that. Here's the rest of the tent where we'll store stuff. So your standard hanging thing. There's a little light that hangs from here that actually came with the tent. That's awesome. Pockets on the side. Everything seems to be double sewed, if not triple at the seams. And so 1, 2 pockets, top pocket, which is normal, 3, 4 pockets. Doesn't look like it has the electrical insert pocket, which you find in a lot of more common mainstream brands, but you know, let's be honest, you can live without that.
Bathtub bottom.
The bathtub bottom, so it's 4 inches up at the bottom for water with the tarp. We'll probably put another tarp underneath it just to protect it on rocks. We don't want to tear through the tarp accidentally, but you can always sew that up and glue it if it does tear more easily than you can canvas. Double layered window, doors big and airy. I'm pretty stoked. Tons of ties, very versatile, very well made from what I can see. All of your ripstop nylon stuff is very good. All right, this is Evan and Erica from Rosie Research signing off. Check out our mobile research lab one more time. Cheers.